Greetings everybody and welcome to Madrid Ball. I hope you're safe and sound. Real Madrid came out of the Wanda Metropolitano with smiling faces as the referee blew the final whistle, and as we saw, Real Madrid showed an act of generosity by not putting in a lot of effort in the game. If we are to be honest, we could all see Real Madrid were taking it as a friendly match. Their only intention was to complete the obligation of staying on the pitch for 90 minutes, and these pictures, I think, tell the entire story. Ancelotti and the players were happily embracing each other. They were chatting on the sidelines, they were making small talk, and all of this was happening when Madrid were down by a goal. So we can come to a conclusion that Madrid didn't really care about the rivalry yesterday. They didn't care if they were winning or not. Atletico, on the other hand, were completely motivated. They were almost playing with a sense of desperation, and why wouldn't you? They were champions a year before, and now they're struggling to make the top four. That in itself is embarrassing for the Los Colchoneros, and you could see the crowd, the players, Simeone were all relieved that they secured the 3 points, widening the gap between them and 5th place Real Betis. And lastly, the Los Blancos were also quite pleased that they came out of the game without having to see any of the key players picking up an injury. That was the main priority for Ancelotti. Their big guns anyways didn't make the pitch in the first half. Modric, Carvajal, Benzema, Mendy, Valverde, all of them were chilling on the bench. They were enjoying seeing Simeone and the crowd getting anxious with each Real Madrid attack, and that sums up what we all felt about yesterday's match. We would have liked to win. Maybe if we had something on the line, we would have put in some extra effort to salvage something from the game. But at the end of the day, it was a meaningless game for the Los Blancos. There was no motivation for them to put in 100%. There was no willingness to go in those rough 50-50 duels. And apart from the youngsters and the fringe players getting some minutes on the pitch, it wasn't really a game of any significance. So what we'll do today is that instead of analyzing the game, we will be covering some of the news articles covering transfer news, which you may be more interested in. We have news regarding Mbappe. We have news regarding Erling Haaland. There have been a few controversial claims made in the past few days, and let's break that down and try to read between the lines to get a more clear picture about the situation. So without further ado, let's get started. And firstly, if we talk about the big Norwegian brute Erling Haaland, multiple reports are suggesting that Haaland is more and more likely to end up in the English Premier League. The reports are more believable at the moment because if you check the news outlets of Spain, Germany and England, all say that Haaland is Man City bound. Marca have highlighted an article which was put forward by Athletic in which they say that Haaland's move to Man City is a done deal and the move will be confirmed within a week. They further say that personal terms between Man City and Haaland were agreed upon in April, and this cleared the way for dialogue between the two clubs. Man City are set to inform Borussia Dortmund that they will pay the fee that is required to activate the release clause in the striker's contract, which is reported to be 75 million euros. And lastly, they say that if the situation proceeds as all the parties expect, Haaland will join up with the side for the pre-season preparation. We also had Sky Germany suggesting that the striker has informed Borussia Dortmund that he would be leaving the club at the end of the season. Man City will have to make a one-time payment and only a few details need to be finalized for the deal, which would be announced later this week. So at the moment, hearing these reports, it does seem that Man City are in pole position to land Erling Haaland. Earlier, there were reports that clubs like Barcelona, Bayern Munich, PSG and Real Madrid all were interested in the signing. In fact, in the past months, we as Madridistas have dreamt of seeing the power-packed duo of Mbappe and Haaland at the Santiago Bernabeu. But if I'm to be totally honest with you, I haven't really seen any concrete report which suggested that Madrid were very strongly interested in the striker. They have always been more focused in bringing in Mbappe, and Haaland hasn't really been dominating the headlines as much as I would have liked. So my concluding remarks would be that Madrid haven't put in a lot of effort in chasing Erling Haaland. In a way, they have let the clubs like Man City take the lead in the race to get Haaland's signature. However, there's also a very slight, very tiny possibility that we may make a very late move. With Florentino Perez, you just don't know what move he'll maneuver in the nick of time. He has made some excellent recruitment over the years, and we should be open to the possibility of seeing a late twist in this transfer saga. So that is the news regarding Erling Haaland, and now let's cover the latest regarding Kylian Mbappe. A few days ago, La Parisienne came up with the blockbuster claim that Kylian Mbappe, in principle, had agreed a 2-year extension with PSG. They further said Mbappe would get a signing bonus of £85 million and he would pocket an eye-watering £20,000 a week. And definitely, these are staggering numbers that we all are talking about, which are very much capable of changing the mind of any young player. But the good news is that Mbappe's mother quickly came out to dismiss the rumors in France France. She wrote, "There's no agreement in principle with Paris Saint-Germain or any other club. Discussions around Kylian's future are continuing in a climate of great serenity to allow him to make the best choice with respect for all the parties." So after reading these words, I think many of you would be quite relieved, and Madridistas, I can totally understand that this transfer saga must be very frustrating to keep track of. It has been going on for quite some time now, and I would suggest all of you to not lose any sleep over the drama. These things are quite normal when you look at the mega transfer dealings which have happened in the past, and although we don't enjoy the suspense, it is what it is, and all we can do is simply stay patient. There's also been another report that Madrid are not willing to hand Mbappe 100% image rights. Mbappe, as per the rumors, wanted to keep hold of them as he does not want his image to be used for advertising for brands that go against his ideals such as gambling. He has no intention of supporting such brands, and the rumors suggest that the issue of image rights can be a potential hurdle in his transfer to Madrid. But if you ask me, I don't really think that Mbappe is going to jeopardize his transfer to his dream team just because of such a minor issue. We have to remember that Mbappe on many instances has said that Madrid is the place he wants to end up at. There have been images of his room being full of posters of Real Madrid players. He has followed the club for quite some time now, and I don't feel that he's going to shove his dream down the gutter for such a minor issue. Obviously, he can sign for PSG. Money does have the pulling power, I acknowledge that. But again, we are Real Madrid. We are a club of huge magnitude, and if Real Madrid want a player, sooner or later, that player does end up at the Santiago Bernabeu. So keep calm, Madridistas. In the next few days, we can expect the internet to be flooded with many such rumors. But again, let's stay patient and let's see how the saga unfolds. So that's the transfer news for the day, and that, ladies and gentlemen, is all I have in this transfer video. Do let me know what are your thoughts on Haaland and Mbappe transfer saga. I understand it has become a bit irritating at the moment, but as always, your thoughts in the comment section will be very much appreciated. I'll see you soon. Till then, take care. Glory to Madrid, and as always, Hola Madrid.